Enough giggling, enough laughing. It's time to get serious. You have about 75 days left to make life-changing money playing best ball fantasy football, and I know that I'm not going to be on the outside looking in.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King Summer.
All right, GM, everyone, how are we doing on this beautiful, humid, hot day that we are all experiencing? 100 degrees here in the great Midwest. We are in a Poodle draft, $40,000 to first place, 55,800 entrants, $7 per entry. This contest is filling quick, so we are going to be in these rooms. I did wear the suit. You guys have been telling me. To wear the suit. Now, am I Mason Dodd? Of course not. Mason Dodd is his own entity. But we needed a vibe shift. You know, the gym clothes, sitting there in my sweaty t-shirt after bench pressing 225, after deadlifting 350, after squatting 315. You know, it was time. We needed a little bit of a vibe shift. We were talking with Liam. Why do we need a vibe shift, Charlie? Because if I spend this entire off season like I'm going to lose anyway, then guess what? I'm probably going to lose anyway. So no more of it. No more. We're done. We're done acting like we're going to lose. We're done taking 8.3% of every player. It's over. That era, that experience here on the David Smatic YouTube channel, it's over. We're manifesting. We are manifesting. Liam is dead ass right. Liam Liam's not going to be right all the time. In fact, Liam's going to be wrong a lot. But we are going to take Malik freaking Neighbors, and we are going to turn things around. It's time. Although this is not a new suit. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is the suit I got married in. It is. It is indeed. It is indeed the suit that I got married in. And deadass, there was $100 bill in there. Didn't even know it. How about that? Are you guys? That's pretty good. That's pretty good, right? This is the suit that I got married in, and I literally didn't even know that there was $100 bill in there. So I'm thinking that this is probably going to be a pretty good day. Yeah, I think that's good fortune. I'm going to tell you the same thing. That I told Peter this morning. We recorded a ship chasing minisode this morning, and I said that I'm doing a bit, but the bit is basically going to be pretending that I'm confident. The bit is going to be returning to the young, non-world weary man who existed and who drafted all those teams in 2024. Exactly, D for D-Gen. This man, he knows. He's deep in the street. We're faking it until we make it. Neighbors Bowers, right? Neighbors Bowers, easy. Although Bowers is falling. Exactly. No, you guys get it. You guys are hip. And I'm gonna pull up the draft board view. Little free pub from my friends over at Legendary Upside right now. Looking like a nightclub promoter turned best ball drafter. How about it? Exactly. Summer part 1, 8%. Summer part 2, live a little. Yes, the thumbnail does say 2 million, but I realize that I have 15 Poodle drafts left to do. and not enough time to get them all done, for sure. I felt Davis coming back to life during the Chuckle Dicks rant on ADP chasing. Oh, don't even get me started, Steve. Don't even get me started on political takes. That's not for this channel. That is not for this channel. You can go subscribe to the Takecast YouTube channel for political takes. I probably would be a great case study for psychology students. I don't know if that's intended as a compliment, but it is probably true. Yes, I did. I took Mahomes in the MFL 10 of death. In fact, if you've not watched that video, I think you probably like it. I think that that video where I did a fantasy a best ball draft with Evan Silva, JJ Zacharyson, Adam Levitan, Mike Clay, all these guys. I think that you guys will enjoy it. Hey man, The Economist, it is a good paper for information. That's all I'll say. Okay, we have Neighbors and we have Bowers. Looks like this is going to be a draft where I think we're in slappy waters here. I have a feeling early T, although Rashi got all the way to the turn. What shall we do here? This feels like a good Tyreek team, actually. If we're not drafting scared, we can't draft scared of Tyreek Hill. Republicans draft teams too is a very funny bit. Okay. Neighbors, Bowers, you know what? Let's do a Josh Allen. We're going to do a Josh Allen for a couple of reasons. So the first one being I'm a little bit light on elite quarterback. We were talking about elite quarterbacks this week on ADP chasing. And being underweight on the elite quarterbacks is obviously terrifying. And this range, once Tyreek goes and once Kyron goes, frankly, to me, is a bit bereft of league winners. Like Terry McLaurin, Mike Evans. Like Brees, I think is, but I don't want to have like 35% of Brees. Then you get into like Tet, DJ Moore, James Cook, Xavier Worthy, JMO. And it's like, you know who's going to score a lot of points? Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts. These dudes are going to score a lot of points. And I didn't give up anything to get here because I'm going to take Jameson Williams. Going to push the slap even further because one thing that I also feel very confident, the running backs who start to go right here, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, those are like the nutted running back picks. One of McCaffrey or McConkey. It can't be because I'm taking McCaffrey all the time, so he can't be that Republican of a pick. All right. Ryan Aplow is a huge Panthers guy this year. Give me the pitch. Give me the pitch, Ryan. I'm all ears. Give me the pitch. I think the price on Kyler, Fields, May, and Richardson makes being light on the elites less bad. I mean, obviously, I get what you're saying conceptually. I'll tell you why I disagree. First off, Kyler does not like to run. Fields has a really good fantasy floor, but he does not have the same ceiling as those guys. May, I have no argument. I mean, May is just a stone cold awesome click. No, T has literally never worked out at the 2-3 turn. Bryce Young fully developed. Does that mean he got taller? Did Bryce get taller? I'm open to it if Bryce got taller. I don't think he did. Yeah, price of the brick on Drake May is going up for sure. New member, not new, Dylan returning to us as a member, Dylan Courts, had a dream that Kittle tore his ACL. Ooh. I think for you personally, yeah, you should take a break from taking him. That is the universe trying to tell you something. Kyler has thrown under league average touchdown rate for 3 straight seasons. All that matters for Kyler is does he run for 800 yards or does he run for 400 yards? I don't think an elite quarterback team has ever won Best Ball Mania. Well, do with that what you will. All right. Like I said, just any running back we want here. So the 0 start does not matter for us at all. You guys like the Panthers? We're talking about the Panthers. That's universe manifesting Chuba Hubbard as our running back 1. Yeah, no more dreams for you, Dylan. No more cursing George Kittle. Jaden Daniels is not the worst click on the board, brother. Jaden Daniels is a good click. Don't be silly. Oh yeah, Liam won with Josh Allen, but he wasn't that expensive that year, right? What was Josh Allen's ADP that year? I don't think he was that expensive. In my memory, he was not that expensive then. All right, Derby is also in on the Panthers. By the way, those of you who are not members, Friday show, new show on Friday. The Friday show, we are reviewing channel members' teams. So we have a channel in the Discord for YouTube members. The Friday show is going to be a team review where we review your teams. We're going to review Kendrick Park's teams. We're going to review Adam's teams. We're going to review Bucky's teams if you want. Also, a great point. I mean, there is absolutely no taking away anything. You could take away rate stuff, but you can't take away the actual winner, right? Harvey went. That is a smidgen annoying that Harvey went. Just a smidgen, though. Let's take Rome Odunze. I did see this clip. Yes, it is a very good show idea. So just a reminder to all of you, thank you to Miles Ahead. By the way, this will go for everyone who is subscribed to twitch.tv/DavisMattic. So if you use your Amazon Prime over at twitch.tv/DavisMattic, you are also eligible for this show. So the new show on Fridays, it's not members only, but you will only be able to submit a team if you are a YouTube member. I think that is a totally fair way to go about things. The team is Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers, Josh Allen, Jamison Williams, Chuba Hubbard, and Rome Odunze. Sure. I mean, I'm probably, the show's probably not going to be that long. It's probably not going to be like a 3-hour long show, Benny. But I'll double count you if you're a Twitch and a YouTube sub. All right, Joey found the Liam winning team. He took Allen in the 5th. There you go. So elite quarterback does have a shipper to its name. And look, Yam God, he got the push. What'd the T. Higgins drafter do? T. Higgins drafter took Quinshawn Judkins instead of Joe Burrow. So Yam God has Jamar Chase, Bucky Irving, Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Travis Hunter. Wow, what an absolute cook this guy has going on. I don't know if one of you guys is Yam God, but Chase, Bucky, Rashee, Worthy, Hunter, Burrow, Debo. What an absolute cook. Yeah, Judkins over Burrow. That's a no-no. Cade, yesterday I said I'm not particularly good at anything. I'm excellent at bringing joy into your lives. Well, you know what? Real thing. I am good at talking. I am good at talking. Lord knows that's true. Yeah, Judkins over Burrow with this team is crazy. That's crazy stuff. I don't know, man. This is like the perfect team to check Travis Hunter. You've got your hero running back. You've got your stack set up. You pushed Burrow. Just take the pure, unadulterated upside, brother. CBK, I think even you can say on this team, Travis Hunter is a good pick. Admit that in the constraints of this team, he's a good pick. I need you to be so for real right now. Yeah, he's got the Mahomes double set up. I don't think at this stage, I don't think every team is a Hunter team. I moved him down in my stuff a little bit, but this is like the ideal setup for it. Yeah, I mean, the Hunter haters, they can't be reasoned with. We love and appreciate them. Oh, shit, I'm on the clock. I took Matthew Golden. I didn't even realize. That's who I would have taken anyways. But I didn't even realize. I was too busy yapping. Matthew Golden at 80. I think I have him ranked at 67. Famously, the Mahomes double has never let anyone down. Yeah, Josh Downs is getting pricey. Josh Downs ahead of Golden. Crazy. Hayden always says wide receivers are way overvalued on an underdog, like taking a tight end that projects way better than wide receivers in mid rounds. Well, the fact of the matter is that you got to start 3 wide receivers. You only have to start 1 tight end. And the barrier to a tight end score is just much lower. I agree. Same thing. I had Laporta ranked way after ADP, and now Laporta is like way closer. Yeah. So I had him ranked at 77 this whole time. Now he's almost to where I've got him ranked. But yes, this is true. The smaller contest, which this is, it's kind of always get your guy drafts. Yeah, Downs is basically Fancy Wandale, which is not even particularly a bad thing. Fancy Wandale, pretty good. Oh, man. My running back queue just got murdered there. I wouldn't have been able to not take Golden, but I really wanted Pacheco on this team. Sidekick wants Hawkinson. I don't know if I love that. I'm going to take Brian Robinson Jr. It was either that or Higgins, but just get the positional stuff out of the way there. I think Judy's fine. The reason why Judy is a tough click for me, because a lot of the times in that range of the draft, I don't know what my quarterback setup is going to be yet. And if you don't know what your quarterback setup is going to be, you are a lot of the times trying to set up a stack, and there's not a draftable Browns quarterback. Yes, NFL Player Pulse. My man he's doing Coach Speak Index, but for players. Sidekick wanted the week 17 stuff. Also, yes, the game stinks. The week 17 game stinks for Judy. I don't, frankly, I think that Josh Downs is quite similar to Wandale. Wandale has just been on these dog shit teams. I think Wandale playing with Russell Wilson and Wandale playing with Jackson Dart is going to be a lot different than playing with Tommy DeVito. Well, but this sidekick has my rankings in it, Peppertoni. These are not the default leg up rankings. Thoughts on the Samson Ford double tap? Totally viable. Round 17, 18. I mean, I wouldn't do it a ton, but it is viable. I think taking 2 guys from the same backfield at cheap prices is probably just good in round 18 or 18 round drafts. All right. Well, this is a Jalen Warren ass team. Oh, I have to take Keon Coleman though. What if I hate Hunter because I love him? Best defensive player on the roster between being the wide receiver 2. Yeah, I mean, I think you're probably right. All right. Well, Keon Coleman. I assume I'm at the right part of the draft for him. Yeah, this is right at ADP. Got my stack locked up. Josh Allen stacked with Keon Coleman. Sure, why not? Yeah, how about that? Josh Downs, not a touchdown scorer. I agree. Samson going undrafted does make him a way better click. I did not read very much into it, but it does sound like basically the same thing that happened in New York, which is just like one politician has a grudge. I don't know if he'll be successful or not. I assume. I mean, DraftKings and FanDuel and Underdog are just like much bigger lobbies now. Josh Downs is the Jalen Warren of wide receivers. That's so real. Touchdowns are pretty sticky. Touchdowns are pretty sticky for wide receivers. Touchdown rate for wide receivers actually is more sticky than you'd think. State Farm? No, dude. We are rebelling from State Farm. We're saying State Farm doesn't have enough money for us, John. Oh, this is a super Charbonnet team. Charbonnet fits the Hubbard Robinson group really well. Please don't take him. Yeah, there we go. Bang, Charbonnet. So we now have Neighbors, Bowers, Allen, Jamo, Hubbard, Rome, Golden, B-Rob, Keon Coleman, Zach Charbonnet. Didn't have a chance to take off. Maybe could have taken Caleb Williams there, but probably didn't need him. State Farm hiring manager is punching air right now. Any undrafted wide receivers worth a flyer? Definitely not Bub Means. If I was taking an undrafted wide receiver, I'd want it to be on like a really good team. If I was taking an undrafted wide receiver, I'd want to go like Turpin. Felton I love. Felton I think is a smash. Malik Washington I like. Curtis Samuel I think is fine. Jalen Lane I think is fine. Savion Williams I think is fine. Luke McCaffrey feels okay. I mean, still pretty thin. Official statement July 3rd stating whether online fantasy football for prizes is actually gambling. I wouldn't be too worried about it yet, but you never know. Not Efton Chisholm the third. I am not woke to Efton Chisholm the third. Royals feels good. Felton is the best one though. Felton and Elijah Moore. Yeah, Felton and Elijah Moore. Those are my two favorites. Let's see what do we think Leone has Felton and Elijah Moore projected to be owned. Best ball rankings Underdog. All right, we got Ty Felton, 13% ownership on Underdog for Ty Felton. Elijah Moore, 10.5% projected ownership. It's pretty good. All right. I mean, it ain't gonna get better than this. Actually, dang, I was gonna take Tootin, but Dobbins is necessary for this team. Dobbins, 128 is getting a little bit rich. Although I guess in this contest it doesn't matter. We're new man, new me, hybrid dad. New man, new day, new me. We are back. It's 2024 in my mind again. Draft for the job you want, not the job you have. I don't know. I'll ask Karain this later. Noah Brown is like, sure, whatever. You could take Noah Brown. No, trust me, don't go down this road. Do not go down the Rondale Moore might be sneaky road. Yes, Noah Brown is fine, by the way. I did the Google News thing yesterday. He's fine. All right. Dobbins over Tootin. I mean, it hurt. Look at my slappy brother here right now. He took Tootin and blue at the 11-12 turn. This dude is freaking slap. How often do you see? What do you think the correlated ownership between Jaden Blue and Derrick Henry is? Got to be absolutely zero. I am not taking any LaQuint Allen right now. No LaQuint Allen for me. He's the running back 4 on the Jaguars. I think my big board stuff is live, but I'm not feeling the need to absolutely take him right now. This is a crazy fall for Loveland, is it not? 130. Okay, he went. Not really any reason to take. You know what? You guys are gonna hate this. Shout out Chess Liam, Dalton Kincaid with Josh Allen. I have no idea how to do this math from 12 Pacific, but it's 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. Not Thorman, Brandon Thorne. Pat Thorman is the pace guy, but I have no idea. No, I am not taking any Kalel Mullings. I mean, I got a bunch of them in the big board. Hey man, don't be mean to LaQuint Allen. Quinn Allen was a good player at Syracuse. All right. We are at Josh Allen, Chuba Hubbard, Brian Robinson Jr., Zach Charbonnet, J.K. Dobbins, Malik Neighbors, Jameson Williams, Roma Dunze, Matthew Golden, Keon Coleman. I don't know, man. No, this is not true. The time in New York City is not the time in real life. That is not real. The time that counts is whatever time it is in Kansas City, Missouri. And I'll stand on business on that. I am also not taking I am not taking Jacob Cowling. What do you truly tell me? I'm all ears. Tell me what you're hoping for from Jacob Cowling. We will do a BBM. We will do a BBM. Of course. Demarcus Robinson is bad and suspended. Demarcus Robinson is going to have he's going to have the same thing. He's going to have the DUI suspension. Malik Washington can be a starter without injury. Jacob Cowling needs multiple injuries, I think, to start probably. Dang, this is a crazy fall for Stroud. We're at pick 150 and Stroud is here. I'm not even going to do it, though. What I need is a running back. Or actually, I could take a wide receiver here. Is Bryce Young still? Bryce Young is still on the board, so I'm going to take Leggett. Do I have a take on Rashee Rice and Juwan Jennings having identical props on Underdog? I mean, that's just kind of the way these things go. Props are a median thing. So like Rashee has like injury concerns coming back from the LCL. He could theoretically be suspended. Juwan Jennings also is being undervalued by the market, in my opinion. GM Gritty. What's something you do differently in a 20 entry max versus a best ball mania? I'm pretty more likely to just like go and take someone. Well, actually, here's an example. In BBM at 152 here, I might have just taken Stroud. I might have just taken the 20 spot ADP value on Stroud and taken like Dalton Schultz or John Mechie or Woody Marks or something like that. Oh man. Didn't even get Bryce. Set up Bryce, didn't even get Bryce. All right, we have a 1-4-6-2. Still need to be thinking about a back stack at quarterback. Definitely need a running back though. Yeah, honestly, this is my same thought. My first thought is that Jennings should be going closer to round 4 than round 7. Who do I think in round 1 or early round 2 will be a bust? Drake London, Derrick Henry, maybe. I mean, Henry is the most obvious one. I'm gonna take Bigsby here just because I like Tank Bigsby. Oh shit! I'm an idiot. I should have just taken Geno. DFS temp. You were on the ball. I was not on the ball. Derrick Henry's stat line will probably be like 1,200 yards and 11 touchdowns or something. What single NFL move would most break my soul? I mean, Mahomes being traded for like a bunch of picks or something. That would be the worst. I do not think Underdog is conspiring against you. I gotta be honest, I don't. I got crusties in my third eye. He's just old, dude. That's all it is. That's all it is. What would I say the chances are that Jalen Knoll outproduces Jaden Higgins? I honestly, I'd say it's like 40-60, maybe 65-35. Yeah, Michael, I did a good number of the Superflex drafts when the contest first opened, and I was drafting them when there was nothing else open. But now that there are all these side contests, I like these better. All right. So either my move is I take Dart, and this is almost quarter like a single. You know what? I kind of like taking Dart better. So that actually is what I'm gonna do. Oh, this is so perfect. I'm gonna take Wandale. Have them both. I mean, I think, well, probability can't be that low that Christian Kirk gets hurt. No, I did not get around to betting golf this week, which is a shame because I actually like this event. I like an event that minus 30 can win. What are some mid-season trades? The Jets feel pretty live to trade someone. It's not that crazy because the Colts have like a really narrow passing distribution, and they're all kind of cheap. Yeah, I love it. I love the Birdie Fest in Detroit. I think it's a quite fun event. All right. I'm actually just gonna be insanely beyond tilted if I don't get Dart on this team. So I'm just gonna take him right now. If my bye week's good, bye 14. Yeah, okay, we're good. I just like if I didn't get Dart on this team, I would be super angry. Okay. What is the ownership difference between Russ and Dart? Probably not that much. Leone has Dart for 56.9% drafted, and Russell Wilson for, I'm going to guess 40%. Let's see if that's true. Russell Wilson, 27.3%. So Dart drafted more often, significantly more often, actually. So do with that what you will. Funny you say that right now, Justin. I'm actually fasting right now. I'm on a 24-hour fast as we speak. It kind of depends. The golf contest on DraftKings. Normally I just kind of hang out in like the single entry stuff. You know, the $12, $5, $33 single entry stuff. Not a dry fast. I'm drinking coffee and water. Cuz I'm still going to train. I still went to the gym this morning. Got to walk my dog. Actually, my dog is getting spayed right now. My dog is literally at the veterinarian getting spayed at this very moment. Oh yeah. Element every day. Absolutely every day. The lemonade flavor. Basically, Colin, I'm doing a bit. And the bit is dress for the job you want, not the job you have. Draft for success. And I'm doing exactly. Look good, feel good, draft good. Yeah, Murphy's at the vet right now. She's getting spayed. I mean, she's gonna be fine, but she's gonna hate her life because she can't run for 10 days. Seems kind of crazy. All right, this is a DJ Giddens team. Giddens is gonna correlate super well with what's the Colts? Oh, with the Jags. Giddens Bigsby correlation. And I've got the Dyson darts with the Giants with the Bowers bring back. Feeling good about that. How if I won 2 million, what would I dress like? I probably would dress about the same. I think I've done about 15 of the super flexes. I liked them. It's just there are a lot of contests in the lobby right now. Oh, yes. We should do an overview with Buck at the end to see who had the shipper. Yeah, that would be really good. A back and forth with Mr. Buck at the end. All right, our final pick here, we have a 2-6-7-2. Our running backs are bad. The running backs are not good. I'm actually going to take another one here. And I am going to select Jordan James. We just need some ceiling here. Okay. True. If it's a job you want, shouldn't you be in a Hawaiian shirt? I don't think I own a Hawaiian shirt. I might have like a Ralph Lauren shirt with that has like Hawaiian print on it. Spend it on a sick crown. I tell you what, I'd go on vacation. I'd for sure go on a nice vacation. All right. Final team. Josh Allen, Jackson Dart, Chuba Hubbard, Brian Robinson Jr., Zach Charbonnet, J.K. Dobbins, Tank Bigsby, DJ Giddens, Jordan James, Malik Neighbors, Jamison Williams, Roman Dunze, Matthew Golden, Keon Coleman, Xavier Leggett, Wandale Robinson, Brock Bowers, and Dalton Kincaid. I would not pay off my house. Government's giving you money, brother. Daniel. Government, you are getting money from the bank. You are paying. You're getting free dollars. All right, we got to do a BBM. 22nd per pick. Got to do a Best Ball Mania shipper here. You are borrowing money at a rate lower than inflation. Not to get political. All right. Best Ball Mania draft begins. Ooh, the 1.2. Bang. Taking the Tony Reality bit too far. Love Tony Reality. Yes, it is Jetta's time. Oh man. You got hit by the storms, brother? I didn't know you were here, Joe. Tough scenes. I golfed at Forest Park 3 weekends ago. I mean, that course got absolutely smashed by the tornadoes. Just crunched. Very tough scenes, Errol. Oh, this is the wrong draft board. Picked up 2 DoorDash orders only to get a flat tire down the street. We all need to take 1 through 250th in Best Ball Mania. I think we can all agree on that. If you don't watch this stream, you are actually ineligible to win Best Ball Mania. Only people who watch this stream. If you're not one of the 252 people watching this stream, you actually are just straight up ineligible to win. And yeah, we took Justin Jefferson at 2 because our 3rd and 4th and 5th eyes are open. People don't like it when they say don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. If it was up to me, I am not. Basically, I'm looking to borrow as much money at rates lower than inflation as possible. Well, that's not true because I literally only have 1 loan. But theoretically, if I was the person with that type of money, ooh, most satisfying golf shot that comes to your mind other than making an eagle. I mean, I've obviously made like some like very lucky long putts in my life. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a truly great. See, I don't think these count. I don't think like making a long putt or like a really lucky chip in counts. I was playing a this was about 2 months ago. It's a dogleg right par 4. My drive goes off to the left. It's in the rough. I'm about 190 out. It's kind of on an upslope, so my ball gets some extra loft. And I hit my 3 hybrid about 188 in the air over a creek and landed it about 8 feet from the pin. Total like 90% luck, obviously, but was like a really probably like the highest skill level shot that I've executed. Like hitting a green and sticking it from 180 yards is very hard to do. Was lucky, but oh yeah, of course I missed the birdie putt. You're never making that. Mason is going to be on this channel on July 3rd, and I might have to wear the suit when he comes on. Blake's granddad had an albatross on Father's Day of 1993. He's heard the story 200 times. Incredible. Rashi Rice went. Rashi Rice went. Let's do Chase Brown. We're living a little. And I really like taking a running back at this side of the board because the best picks on this side of the board, like all the way until like round 8, are wide receivers. CBK, come defend yourself, brother. My man says it's actually insane. There are people out there that think the Jaguars traded up. I'm gonna take Trey McBride. That think the Jaguars traded up to the number 2 pick to take a corner. Oof. I mean, even a 6.7% mortgage, in this account, like that is better than the market. Isn't current mortgages like 7.5%? My grandpa had a story where all 4 of his buddies hit a hole-in-one on the same hole. That the hole had to have been set up for that to have happened. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, North Korea ass story. What do we think the chances are that we get a hole-in-one before we die? I don't know. Let's Google it. Let's Google it. What are the chances I get a hole-in-one? The chances of an average golfer getting a hole-in-one on a par 3 are roughly 12,500 to 1. So basically, if you play 12,000, if you play 12,000 holes of golf, you should love to get one. I don't know anything about this guy Josh Sorber. Would you handcuff Javonte and Miles Sanders? No, because Javonte is too expensive. Javonte is, I mean, look at these guys that Javonte goes around, and I've got him ranked way low. But Javonte goes around Sharbs, around Najee, around Ramondre, around Tootin. Way too expensive. You could do Blue and Sanders, I think. I don't think this is true. I don't think it's that math is not right. More likely to win BBM6 than getting a hole-in-one if you max it. I need good guy Grant to run the math on that one for me. All right. Chase Brown, Justin Jefferson, Trey McBride. You know, we have the wide receiver 1, the tight end 1, potentially the running back 1, all locked up. Dang. Okay, so I definitely wouldn't have taken, man, because I kind of want. Oh man, we're just having a day. Jalen Hurts. We have the quarterback 1, the running back 1, the wide receiver 1, and the tight end 1. Now I'm actually gonna ship George Pickens here. We needed a wide receiver. Feel great about this team, honestly. To win $1 million, would you rather have 3 putts from 12 feet? Three putts from 12 feet is very easy. Not very easy, but pretty easy. Fix the bar. Can I trade my hole-in-one for money? Pickens is a nice fit here. I think Pickens is being a smidgen undervalued. Like, shouldn't George Pickens just project really well? All right, say the line, Bart. Let's pull up the old Mike. Actually, you know what? Let me pull up the fantasy life. Let me pull up Dwayne's projections. We're not gonna go Mike Clay on this one. Because the Cowboys should be one of the pass heaviest teams. They have no third wide receiver. Buddy, I would pay $10,000 to have a hole-in-one and have it on video. $10,000 easy, actually, for that. Yeah, I think Pickens belongs in like this group of guys, like the Mike Evans, Tet group of guys, frankly. Yeah, we did talk about the Juan versus Rice pick'ems. All right. In half PPR, I just pulled up Dwayne's stuff. He has CD projected for 245.9. He has Pickens outside his top 15. Okay. I mean, that's okay. He's got Pickens for 181.2, more than Marvin Harrison. Basically the same as Metcalf, basically the same as DJ Moore. I think that's about right. Yeah, the last time Dak had a solid wide receiver 2, they were basically the best offense in fantasy. There was what year was it? I think it was it 2020 or 2019 when they had the 3 wide receivers all with 1,000 yards. 2019, I think. Or was it 2021 maybe? All right, now I gotta find it. It was 2019, I think. Oh, I'm up. Let's go Rizzy P. Let's go Pearsall here. 2 drafts in a row, by the way, where the Burrow made it all the way around to the Chase drafter. Let that be a lesson to you. I think you should eat all the 7 wing combos, brother. Wow. I thought maybe for a second he wasn't even going to take Burrow. Do we do Caleb Johnson or do we do Jaden Reed? Let's do Jaden Reed. Chase Brown is the anchor. So the answer is, by the way, Cooper and Gallup both had 1,000-yard seasons, and then Randall Cobb had 828. So the answer here is there's plenty of meat on the bone. I mean, the Chiefs' skill position players are way better than the Cowboys. I could see Diggs over Reed. I mean, yeah, and Dak is cooked with these guys too. Dak is definitely under. I mean, in 2021, Dak had 4,500 yards and 37 touchdowns, and Lamb got hurt, Cooper got hurt, and that was the year Gallup tore his ACL, and then Cedric Wilson Jr. had 600 yards and 6 touchdowns that year. I think it's just you live like Larry. Why is the NFL, which has an average career lifespan of 3 to 4 years, playing players before they hit their physical peak? I mean, it's just the way she goes, brother. Your physical peak is not 27. Your physical peak is like 23, 24. I mean, honestly, real point. Diggs, same amount of yards and touchdowns as Reed, and you'd rather have that in best ball. Lutz, I'm drafting for the job I want, not the job I have. I'm trying to be. We're turning it around. No more 8.3%. We're back on our bullshit. Nick, I don't think it's fair to say that Diggs was cooking. He was fine. I will have the most Hunter Henry in this range. I will of Henry, Strange, and Gesicki, it'll be Henry the most for me. The bull case for Pearsall is that Brock Purdy has like the best projection in the NFL and the easiest schedule. Pearsall is a first-round pick. He's got like one smash game, and you can excuse his poor play last year because he got shot. Nick tapped in for the suit. Real shit. Real shit, Nick. Thank you. Player Q is Neil. Yes. Might be player Q DFS. No, I'm not letting season-long pick'ems influence my drafts. I think season-long pick'ems are something to be beat, not used as a guide. All right. So gambling on a running back didn't exactly work out. But I don't care, man. I'm taking Emeka Egbuka, and they can't stop me. I'm gonna slap even harder. Yeah, I would rather bet Purdy MVP than fade Pearsall. All right. Probably a quarterback here, right? Maybe Pittman. I might just have to bite the bullet with Jalen Warren. I think that's probably what we're doing. Yeah, we're biting the bullet with Jalen Warren. So we're at Jalen Hurts, Chase Brown, Jalen Warren, Justin Jefferson, George Pickens, Ricky Pearsall, Jaden Reed, Emeka Egbuka, and Trey McBride. Yeah, basically I'm doing this. I'm closing my eyes and saying, second year, first round wide receiver, good offense, easy schedule, goes Burr. I think it's Neil, but there's a player because his screen name is Player Q DFS on DraftKings, but it might just be Player Q on Underdog. Mahomes, I mean, I would take the under on these numbers just because they're really high. I would take the under on 4,500. That would be leading the NFL basically. Like Mahomes has only topped 35 touchdowns 3 times. There you go, Player Q. That's Neil. I would take the under on both. Demarcus Robinson didn't even get 30 points in December last year. All right, we are going to have to salvage running back here. We've got Love live as a second quarterback. Dak is still there, actually. Also have McCarthy. I might just take McCarthy here with this next pick. Anytime I draft Rodgers or Shuck, I just mentally give up on that team returning money. Hey, no fighting about Drake May. Drake May is good. Drake May is a strong fantasy football asset. I mean, of course I take overs. It's a good question. I don't know. I'm sure I have enough. Oh, that's crazy, bro. Look, I'm all for healthy suspicion and skepticism, but Drake May is a lot better in the NFL than Bryce Young. Bigger boy. Just helps to be big in the NFL. I mean, I don't make the rules, but it does. This freaking guy takes McCarthy at 113. Killing me, brother. Oh, but Dak is still there. Dak and Pickens. Am I good on bye weeks there? Yeah, chilling. $119 Dak. The Brett Favre Vikings year for Rodgers. Wasn't he good for the Vikings? Who was Favre terrible for? All right. We need a running back. Or we need... actually, no. Let's do... Chase... Yeah, we need some ceiling. We're taking... Actually, I'm going to take Dobbins. Dobbins is just a freaking layup at these prices, dude. He is. Yes. There you go. Yes. Horrible for the Jets. Favre, awful for the Jets. I mean, I had basically wiped that season out of my memory. Let's go. This will be fun. Let's remember some of the guys who played for the 2008 New York Jets. They went 9-7, Favre led the NFL in picks. Incredible things. All right, the 2008 Jets, 9-7, third in the division. Favre threw 22 touchdowns, 22 picks, 6.7 YPA. Thomas Jones was the leading rusher on that team. The leading receiver was Jericho Cotchery and Lavernius Coles with Dustin Keller at tight end. No player on the team with more than 1,000 yards. Incredible. Honestly, yeah. I think Dobbins at 122 is still good. Do you guys think that's too much? But I think Dobbins at 122 is still good. That's right about, I'll tell you, if he starts to get more expensive than, like, if you have to take him over here, like 107 to 111, I think that'll be a range when I'll be done. Yeah, I'd rather have Dobbins over Najee. Yeah, I think this is where he settles. I think Dobbins will settle in that range. Obviously, I think you like Dobbins a little more in the time box contest. This is a Best Ball Mania draft, so obviously there are teams that have him a lot cheaper. But at the end of the day, I also don't really care. That's actually a good question. I think Sanchez had a good fantasy season. I want to say Mark Sanchez had one good fantasy season. All right. Any running back is good here. Oh, and it's going to be our boy. We're either going to get Blue or Bigsby or Algier, all of whom start great. All right, Jaden Blue. Slurping the Dipperino on Jaden Blue. Fitzpatrick had a run. Yeah, he did. Jake Ferguson? Sure. Bang. This team is sick. Hurts and Dak, Chase Brown, Jalen Warren, J.K. Dobbins, Jaden Blue, Justin Jefferson, George Pickens, Ricky Pearsall, Jaden Reed, Emeka Egbuka, Trey McBride, and Jake Ferguson. Yeah, honestly, I agree with this. The 170 to 110 jump, it does not matter. Bateman and Dobbins versus Alec Pierce and Dobbins. Yeah. Chad Henne. Well, I get the comparison between Blue and Vidal. I get it. I just disagree. I get it. If you're not a believer. If you're not a believer, I get the comparison. All right. I'm going to the Jets franchise encyclopedia. New York Jets franchise encyclopedia. When was the last time? Okay, in 2015, the New York Jets were 11th in the NFL in points and 10th in yards. That year, Ryan Fitzpatrick threw for 3,900 yards and 31 touchdowns. Brandon Marshall had 1,500 yards and 14 touchdowns. Eric Decker had 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns. No other wide receiver on the team had more than 315 yards. In fact, the third leading receiver and the fifth leading receiver on the team were both running backs. Incredible stuff. You guys remember Quincy Enunwa? Quincy Enunwa was on that team. And then if we go all the way back to 2011, 2010 was better. 2010, Mark Sanchez threw for 3,200 yards and 17 touchdowns. LaDainian Tomlinson was on that team. And Braylon Edwards was the leading wide receiver on that team. All my friends are Jets fans. Praying for them. I can't look at Roschon Johnson's name at the top of my exposures list anymore, so I got to take literally anyone else. We need a wide receiver anyways. We need some ceiling here. Actually, I'm going to take DeMario Douglas. We'll take a ceiling wide receiver with our next pick. I guess when you have Pearsall and Reed and Igbuka, you actually probably would prefer a chaperone there. Hey, Giants fans can't complain, brother. Giants, no complaining from Giants fans. Let's do Jalen Noel. I thought I had Higgins, but we'll do Jalen Noel. I'm in Jalen Noel slappy. I know, it's so gross. It is so gross because your brain will also trick you into thinking that Wan'Dale and Douglas are good picks because they are going to get a bunch of targets, but they are just not that good of picks. What about you? You're not a Jalen Milroe, bro? As a Seahawks fan, you're not into it? I'm happy with my Super Bowl, and Dart will save us. He probably will. Yeah, I mean, you need to know the type of team you have when you're taking Wan'Dale and Douglas. It's a very specific type of team that you want with those guys. If you got Justin Fields production from a 3rd round pick and Jalen Milroe, that is a huge win. Just for the record. All right, we have 3 picks left. We have a 2-4-7-2 with Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Chase Brown, Jalen Warren, J.K. Dobbins, Jaden Blue, Jefferson, Pickens, Pearsall, Reed, Igbuka, Demario Douglas, Jalen Noel. Minimum of 1 more running back. Why is it never discussed the BBM was won by a 3-6-6-3? Because the structure of the winning team doesn't matter at all. Who cares? Why would it matter? You're going to learn way more about advance rates structure-wise. Week 17 has nothing to do with the structure you drafted to advance the team, basically. Whatever happens in week 17 is just, it's like tossing a bunch of what is the right, basically what happens in week 17 honestly has nothing to do with what you drafted. You have no control over what happens. Yeah, literally. All that matters is having the 1, 2, 2, 3, 1 hit your line. That's literally it. One more running back. Let's do Keaton Mitchell. We just, because we took our floor guys with Warren and Dobbins, so we need to find some ceiling. Wide receiver. You know what? I am going to take Turpin. Slurpin' Turpin. Yeah, structure doesn't matter. Structure does not matter as much as draft capital buckets. I've also never heard someone say this, that you can't win week 17 with that structure. That's not even a hot take. That's just true. Wan'Dale is a great player who has been put in an annoying role. No, it's that take is true. Wan'Dale Robinson is a really, really good NFL player. He doesn't have the ball skills, and he doesn't I'm not being disrespectful. I am not being disrespectful to the lad. I'm really not. It's more about, I think Wan'Dale's a really good player who honestly probably needs to gain about 8 pounds. That would be big for him. But really, I just think Wan'Dale has been put in kind of a no-win spot in his time for the Giants. That's all. Yeah. I mean, I think you want to be... to answer this question, what has been my greatest lesson learned this far during draft season? I actually think the thing I am applying the most is that really after like round 10, ADP does not matter. You can't let Like, for example, let's say Josh Palmer fit my team or whatever, and he was, or didn't fit what I needed, and he was at pick 179. It wouldn't make me take him. Just like after round 10, these dudes are all $1 players. It doesn't matter. No, it's height is not Wan'Dale's limiting factor. It's that he is pretty skinny also. And he also has, like, he was literally dead last in the NFL in ADOT last year. Let me go find his. Let me go find his. I can pull up the advanced stuff. Advanced receiving ADOT. Wan'Dale's ADOT was, like, for example, his ADOT was lower than Tyler Conklin. All right. We're up. All right, you guys have been telling me to take Manungai. There you go. You guys have all been wanting the Manungai. There you go. I did it for you. Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Chase Brown, Jalen Warren, J.K. Dobbins, Jaden Blue, Keaton Mitchell, Kyle Manungai. Oh, I gotta go pull it back up. Justin Jefferson, George Pickens, Ricky Pearsall, Jaden Reed, Emeka Egbuka, Demario Douglas, Jalen Knoll, Kavontae Turpin, Trey McBride, Jake Ferguson. There you go. I did it for you. The exact opposite. I think Dante Thornton is probably the most overvalued player in the whole contest right now. Anecdotally, I would say you got to wait until August. The Giants quarterback room. Well, no, next time, the Giants quarterback room is finally good now. The Giants quarterback room is good now. Much better than it's been in his NFL career, in my opinion. But yes, for an NFL receiver, 5'8" is very short. 6 RBs and 7. Isn't that what I did? I took 8 wide receivers. No, I'm not that worried about Joe Mixon's injury right now. Yeah, it can't be worse than what one. The issue is not even just the quarterback play. It's also the role that he's been in the Giants offense. Like, he has the same ADOT as Greg Dortch, who, like, I liked Dortch, but he's way better than Dortch as well. All right. Neil was not in the draft, I don't think. Feisty well. Yeah, Neil was not in here. I think someone was talking about him being in one of their slows. Yeah, exactly. Some of the quarterback play, I mean, even Neighbors had to deal with some crazy. What about when Dart gets in there? All right, we gotta get back to it. We are grinding thing. I'm going back to the Poodle because I really just need to get these done. GM, exactly, sir. Is it my turn to win the stupid $1 million? It might be. Oh no. What are we doing? Are you gonna talk bad? Are you gonna talk bad about Wan'Dale, brother? All right, the 1.6. Maybe we get CD. Yeah, Mean Muggin. Last week I did 6 German Shepherds at once because the contest was about to close. It is the worst possible content you can imagine. It's terrible. You can't follow anything. I can't really talk about my picks. I can't really respond to comments. It's awful. It would maybe be good if someone was commentating. Like, maybe it would be interesting if if Peter Well, it's not pure silence. I don't need to think to talk, as it were. I can just say stuff. All right, we're at the 1-6. Be happy with Gibbs, be happy with Lamb. Honestly, be happy with McCaffrey. Really would be fine with any of them. All right, and we get Gibbs. There you go. Shipper. I'm a little bit lighter on Gibbs because I've been so high on CMC. So looking to right those wrongs a little bit right now. Peter acting as Scott Hansen with the Octobox and Mini Schnauzers. If Peter was like commenting, I could probably do 20 at a time. I would say 20 is the maximum where I could say I won't miss a pick. I could do 20 at one time without missing a pick, I think. Speaking of ship chasing, Gretch is going to be on ship chasing today. In fact, I should probably even set this up to directly redirect to ship chasing. There you go. So all of you who are here can just automatically roll over. GM Kevin, how we doing? All right, we got Gibbs and a Poodle. How are we going to make this a fun team? Maybe get Addison and Hawkinson on this team or something. No, I believe the stat was that Wandale is the only player with 140 targets and less than 900 yards ever. I'm not going to take Bowers on this one because we've done 2 elite tight end builds in a row. So now we'll go back. We'll do Gibbs and JT. We'll do a little bit of boomer drafting. I think Ladd did get 140 targets last year. When you multi-table, yes, 100%. When you multi-table, you are just taking your rankings, guys. I just didn't want to put on a tie. Obviously, I could have. I didn't want to. Oh my God, Pete, this is the best idea anyone has ever had. Holy shit. This is Pete Peterson. This is literally the greatest bit. How have I never thought of this? If you're excited to take Byshell Tootin in round 9, you might be a slappy. If Travis Hunter's exposure and your tab on Underdog starts with a 2, you might be a slappy. If you have strong opinions about who the running back 3 is on the Chicago Bears, you might be a slappy. Literally a 10 out of 10 bit. Yeah, literally 10 out of 10. Oh my God. That is so funny. All right, I'm just taking Tyreek. This draft might just be going by ADP. Is it? ADP of 5. No, okay, not exactly. Oh no, I could do 20 fast at once without missing a pick. No, literally gold, Pete. That is so funny. If you think a 4 A-dot wide receiver on the Kansas City Chiefs is the best pick in the second round, you might be a slappy. CBK, are you 60 years old? 2 at once is pushing you with 20 clocks. I promise you, bro. Nick, you have not seen me cook. You have not seen me cook if you think I'm gonna miss. My brain, look, there are a lot of things my brain is bad at. One thing my brain is good at is making picks. I only missed because I was doing it on the computer. The key is you have to do it on your phone. Doing it on the computer. Doing it on the computer makes you more likely. I did technically miss one. I'd have to be doing it on my phone. Because on the computer you have to tab between on. Oh my god, and they're going to give me worthy? At least make it hard, bro. This room is not even making this hard. But then you have to tab out. Trust me, it is way more. It's way more clunky. Dude, if you are my age and you can't do 2 at once, I need to get you in the lab. My 5-year-old today just said, "Why is that guy on YouTube dressed differently?" Because tell your 5-year-old that we turn it around today. Okay, so John, you ask a good question. Why can't you just open separate browser windows on your desktop? I can show you exactly why. If you do multiple of them at a time and you're monitoring your top tab, so you're monitoring the tab to, you're 2 away, you're 3 away, you're 5 away, you're on the clock, it will at a certain point error out. And I don't know what causes it, and I don't know how deep into the draft you can get, but at a certain point, it'll tell you you're 16 points away, or 16 picks away, or 5 picks away, or 2 picks away, and then it will just freeze there. And it won't tell you when you're actually on the clock, so you can't monitor it. Well, yeah, sure. I mean, this is also, yes, if you stay on the draft board screen, it won't update. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm like 30 in on the DK Millie, I think. So starting July 1st, there'll be some DraftKings content here on the channel. Who could be the Larry the Cable Guy to your Foxworthy? That's a good question. I mean, Pete could play any of the roles necessary, obviously. Okay. Gibbs, JT, Tyreek. Oh, come on. Give me Hunter, bro. I knew it wasn't going to happen. Okay, I don't want Waddle and Worthy together here. Let's get the bring back. I know he's suspended. I know his ADP is falling. Oh yeah, I mean obviously I don't know. It's clearly Kitchen. It's clearly David Kitchen. I know that Addison's ADP is like closer to like the next round, but I don't really care for this contest. No, the sweats, I'll tell it to you. I'll tell it to you from the horse's mouth. The sweats are getting scared because even Jacob is scared of taking Travis Hunter right now. And if Jacob, who is like basically king of the slaps, is getting scared, that means that the sweats are getting scared. Shope is Bill Engvall. I don't know who that is. Do you think it's more that Jacob knows it's not good to have 50% exposure? No, I mean, Jacob said it for real. Jacob said like he moved Hunter down in his stuff. Jacob is legit the king of kings of the slappies. That's real. Oh, I share many similarities with George Costanza. It's definitely true. Shope and I went to middle school together. Shope is very Ron White. Very, very Ron White coded. I remember all of these people, but I do not remember Bill Engvall. Oh, Mixon at 65 is crazy. I am happy to take Travion Henderson or Olave here. Honestly. Yeah. I said I was going to start taking running backs. So there you go, Travion Henderson. The most exposure I've ever had on a player, someone just asked. I had 38% of Xavier Worthy over 800 drafts last year. The last line of Hunter defense has fallen. Yeah, Jacob has high risk tolerance, and just like Jacob also likes being correct. My heart of hearts league winners right now. My heart of hearts league winners: Christian McCaffrey, Jamison Williams, and Tank Bigsby. My heart of hearts. JGFC is in on the team. Shout out. I know that Best Ball Week on DraftKings starts July 14th. So there'll be a promo every day. That's all I know. Kitchen as Larry the Cable Guy just makes too much sense. Basically, I would say league winner will be one of the Jaguars running backs that is not ETN. That's all I got for you. My heart of hearts says the Jaguars backfield is the key, but I just don't know which one it is. All right, do we take Hawk or Golden? I think we take Golden and hope Hawkinson gets back to us. Some chance Hawkinson gets back to us. Sure, Tootin could bust, but one of those guys is going to be awesome. I feel like the LeQuint selection is pretty bare. He's a 7th rounder. No, underdog deal is the same as it was last year. Same deal. It's just a non-exclusive partnership now. So I can do stuff with other gaming enterprises. What if the quarterback you need is Quinn Ewers? I got to be honest, man. I don't think that's happening. But you never know. You could never know for certain. Yes, that is what exclusive means. So for the first, Hawkinson did not come back. Tootin is a good prospect, and you only don't think Tootin is a good prospect if you didn't watch him play. He's very good. Man. If the key was Javonte and ETN, it might be time to think about a new profession. Golden and Reed is it's the Scattaboo and Tracy wide receivers. It so is. Got to do an audit at work. Colin, I noticed you followed my new fantasy Instagram. So shout out to you. Thanks, brother. 17 TDs for Tootin and his yardage would have been wire, but the count has to stop once he reaches the end zone. Real shit. Yeah, gotta do it. Gotta do it to him. Patrick Mahomes in the 8th round. I don't think Zach Moss is going to be the league winner, brother. Zach Moss, the coaching staff is talking like Zach Moss is not even a part of the team. Like all the conversations that they've had about the backfield, no one has mentioned Zach Moss. This is also true. Golden and Reed can both hit at their price and position. Yeah, it's definitely not happening. Yeah, only one of the Giants running backs will hit. Zach Moss is 0 hits away. That's a good bit. Kind of a stretch, but ETN has some vague pattern matching to Barkley. Well, so I don't even think you're wrong. Big difference between those guys, though, is that ETN gets injured every year of his career. And ETN might very well be the best running back on the roster. But something the coaching staff has mentioned is that they get frustrated that his efficiency continues to decline when he gets the little, bothersome injuries, which happens a lot. Yeah, four-man ship chasing today. Gretsch is coming in as the fourth. God, is there a reason to take Kyler Murray here? What pick are we at? Pick 102. Not really, but I kind of want to. I'm gonna take Evan Ingram. Actually, no, Shaheed. Did it get there? It didn't get there. Dang it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, but ETN is like pretty good before he gets hurt. When ETN is not hurt, he's actually pretty decent. The issue is that the guy is just hurt literally all the time. Has there been some bearish Travis Hunter news? I mean, it depends. It depends on your perspective, Connor. The news, quote unquote, is basically that Travis Hunter is being viewed as like a pretty clear starter on defense and more of like a rotational option at wide receiver. Not even rotational, but it's just it's basically yeah, honestly, really, it's just this. If you watch here, I'll even put the link for you. If you watch this show that I did with Coach Speak Index, if you fast forward to 30.30, here you go. There's a full list of Coach Speak, like literally what James Gladstone and the coaching staff has said about Travis Hunter. Who do you prefer out of the two guys behind Josh Jacobs? I mean, Marshawn Lloyd. Gotta be Marshawn Lloyd, right? He's perma injured, but I like the but ETN's not even cheap anymore, bro. Random question, is Trey Harris good? I hope so. I've drafted a ton of him. I'm pretty sure this is not happening. There's no reality where he plays 20% of the offensive snaps. Absolutely no chance where that happens. Kyle Williams, maybe? No, I don't really want to take Kyle. Well, he might make some sense. Who do I take? Oh, actually, Hollywood. Hollywood with Mahomes. That's the move. A little bit early, but I don't care. Oh, unfortunately, it's Adam's turn to win the stupid $1 million. Okay. Shout out to Adam. No, new man. I believe Trey Harris. There you go. 17.3%. My fourth most drafted player. He's at a range of the draft I always want to be in. I want to be taking wide receivers there a lot. And he also is really good to set up your back stack. Yeah, 80-40, I would say, is about as bearish as it could get for Hunter. It's my turn to make more than negative 700 this year. I hope so. Ball is life, brother. There's been a little bit of like slight slight bearishness on Kyle Williams. Oh, man. Let me tell you, there is a draftable Chargers tight end. His name is Oronde Gadsden. I am absolutely enamored with Oronde Gadsden. Big fan of his. I'm being serious, actually. I mean, I don't want to take him a ton. You know what? Actually, okay, I'm gonna save this. Let's do Tootin. This is a great team to take Byshell Tootin on because we already have our we got Gibbs and we got JT. So if we are needing Tootin early, we are big time screwed. So we just want the upside there. If you're taking a 5th-round rookie who's the tight end 3 on the Los Angeles Chargers, you might be a slappy. Yeah, Oronde Gadsden, big slappy pick. Although, you guys gotta see this tweet. Oronde Gadsden. His name there's like 2 S's in it. But there's a great freaking tweet about this guy. Oronde Gadsden. Gadsden. That's why I always spell it wrong. Please tell me. Twitter search is so broken. God, it's going to be impossible to find. Well, I really wish X the Everything app worked because I'd be able to find this tweet for you guys. But basically the subtext of it is like he's like the hardest working guy on the team. There was a clip of him in the press conference saying he rides his bike to the Chargers facility every day. We're going to take Jordan Love. He rides his bike to the Chargers facility every day. He gets there at 6 a.m. They open the doors up for him, right? Because he's the first guy there. So they open the doors up for him. You know, Harbaugh and the coaching staff gets there, and like he's been lifting weights and running for an hour, and then he goes out to practice, and then he's still there. He's basically there all day. Basically, the subtext of that is he's the best. And I really wish I could find it because I tell you, I am not making it up. Chargers tight end Will Dissly on Oronde Gadsden. He's good. He's hungry to learn. He's incredibly fast and has a great catch radius. But there's no way there you go. Chris saw it, so I'm not making it up. Chris saw the tweet. I'm not making it up. But I am being a little bit serious. Like I think Conklin and I think Conklin and Gadsden are Gadsden obviously a little bit extra draftable on DraftKings. Let's take actually, you know what? Goddard is just a good pick there. Goddard at 150. I mean, what is his ADP? 140. He's just a nice compliment there. And Pat Bryant should be available. Yes, obviously is very, very thin. It's very, very thin. Actually, I've got a call with the guy who owns Drafters after ship chasing today. So we'll see, Mile High Jabroni. I mean, I like Besh more than Bryant. It's a way better situation. I'll tell you the same way I tell you all every fantasy football tout is going to tell you. Dude, Theo Johnson and Juwan Johnson are the perfect last round tight end stacks. You could do dart, you could do shuck, you could just stack them up. They're the perfect backdoor. They're starting tight ends. Isn't that crazy? You could get the Saints starting tight end in round 18. Everyone knows it. Definitely a wide receiver. Oh, Pat Bryant went. I didn't get Pat Bryant. So we're going to take Romeo Doubs. Dude, didn't you remember Jordan Love put him on his perfect team or whatever? I'm interviewing to be the manager of my local Starbucks, brother. People forget Juwan Johnson was roommates with Tyler Shuck in college. Typing Arande Gadsden into Twitter linked me to a Norwegian cult from 1953 called the Ernez. I couldn't make it up. They have moth masks. There you go, man. You never know what you're going to get until you get it. And you got it. A cart boy. Don't get me wrong, man. I would not hate working at a golf course. All right, this is the team. Mahomes and Love. This is very 2024 coded. Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Travion Henderson, Byshell Tootin, Tyreek Hill, Xavier Worthy, Jordan Addison, Matthew Golden, Hollywood Brown, Romeo Doubs, Evan Ingram, and Dallas Goedert. I think I'm going to make this a 3 tight end team. It's true. Romeo Doubs was a RotoViz guy. This team does not need a Thielen, really. This might be, God, what do we do? I'm kind of lost here. Sure, whatever. Alec Pierce can't hurt. Alec Pierce spike week, whatever. Got a buddy that cleans the bathrooms on the course for free unlimited golf. Man. Would I do that? I don't think I would do that. I'll tell you what I would do. I would do groundskeeping for free golf. Like get up at 4:30. You go mow the I would do the mowing. I would do the mowing and the greens and the watering. That I would do for free golf. Anthony was a groundskeeper for 3 summers. I was going to say bathrooms on the weekends. It's just tough. I don't think you want that. I think groundskeeping is better. Scattaboo or Tracy? I don't know, man. Flip a coin. Can anyone on June 26th really... Can they really say? I don't think you can. I don't even think the Giants coaching staff could say right now. I don't think they could. Hot take. I don't think they could. All right, we're up. Yeah, you know what? Mason Taylor, ship it. 3rd tight end, sidekick new. This was always a 3 tight end team, and I have 2 absolutely disgusting picks at the end here. Scattaboo overdrafted because he's white. Tracy is the New York Giants ETN. People saw the one Texas game and fell in love. Ball is life is firmly Tracy, so it's going to be Scattaboo. Tracy is faster. Scattaboomer. David Kitchen looks more athletic than Scattaboo. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's certainly some chance. Like, there's some chance that Cam Scattaboo is just Carson Steele. A golfer aiming at the urinal. Here's the real question. Who pees in the bathroom at a golf course? Aren't you just pissing in the trees on the golf course? Christian Watson is an insane draft pick. What are you hoping to accomplish there, brother? All right, here we go. Brashard Smith, bring it home. You might be a slappy if you take Brashard Smith in a draft for real US dollars. You might be a slappy. Exactly. Jose Luis Ballester or whatever. He peed in the trees at the Masters. Brother, Christian Watson is not going to be back by week 17. I've got a bridge to sell you. I got some beachfront property in Missouri to sell you if you think Christian Watson is going to be back by week 17. All right, at 2.573, Mahomes and Love, Gibbs, Taylor, Henderson, Tootin, Brashard Smith, Reek, Worthy, Addison, Golden, Hollywood, Romeo Doubs, Alec Pierce, 3 tight ends, Ingram, Goddard, Taylor. Yeah, there you go. He didn't even pee in the trees. He peed in Rays Creek. Yeah, Miles Austin's going to be back too, brother. Great view of the Pacific. So I'm actually just gonna go. You know, if we're all the way back, I'm about to take Dontavian Wicks again. How is this that different from Chase Brown versus Zach Moss last year? Well, because they spent a draft pick on him, right? I mean, that's the difference. I don't see the analogy here at all, Kevin. I do not see the analogy here in any way, shape, or form. This is a great screenshot. Dontavian Joey saying, "Ah, man, not landing the plane with the Dontavian Wicks loaded in the queue." I mean, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right. We'll recap this team in a second. I got to go pee real quick. All right. If you think Davis Maddock, honestly, if you know who Davis Maddock is, you're probably a slappy. All right. What was that team? That team was Patrick Mahomes and Jordan Love, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Travion Henderson, Byshell Tootin, and Brashard Smith, Tyreek Hill, Xavier Worthy, Jordan Addison, Matthew Golden, Hollywood Brown, Romeo Doubs, Alec Pierce, Dontavian Wicks, Evan Ingram, Dallas Goedert, and Mason Taylor. Who's smarter than a best ball streamer? Everyone. GM. Rough buff fire. Oh shit, I missed gifteds. Tough. Oh, there we go. My man. This is fine. Moderator of the Discord. He typed this morning in the Discord. He's ready to nuke all politics talk. because we were talking about the California DFS ban. He was ready to go. Shout out to my boy. Christian Watson, brother, is not playing. He might play in week 18. Might get some routes in week 18. All right. Let's keep going. Actually, wait, hold on. How many likes do we have on this video? Are you guys all being chuds? There's 274 watching on. All right. We have 92 likes. 150 likes, or I'm done. I'm ending the stream. 150 likes, or that's it. I'm done. I'm out. I got shit to do. I could go mow my lawn before ship chasing. I could call the vet and see how my dog is doing. You guys are killing me. Killing me, bro. 90 likes, brother. 90 likes is crazy, actually. For the suit, crazy. I was just teasing. I wasn't actually gonna end it. You were being a chud. You were being a chud. My phone's over here. Something did happen, and I don't know what it is. But I got like literally probably 30 subscribers today. And I don't know if it's from because I've been doing these YouTube shorts, so it honestly it might be YouTube shorts. But I'll take it. I'm taking Christian Watson 1.1. Actually, Charlie, are you ready? You guys ready for how back I am? We are about to be so I'm gonna give you Jahmyr Chase, Charlie. Here you go, Charlie. Have at it. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself, Charlie. It'll probably be soon, right? So they'll probably do the second draft of the second round of the NBA draft is tonight. Let me hear. I'll ask Numi for you right now. All right, so we got Justin Jefferson. So we're basically already having a good day. Like basically, we got Jefferson twice already today. So we're basically having a good day. Can you really be mad? I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what this is in reference to. But it's not wrong, Mr. Sorensen. Martin says that if he doesn't win, he wants me to win. So I appreciate that. Oh, wanting NBA right now? Hey, man. I'm actually like more locked into the NBA than I would ever normally be right now because my favorite team just won a championship. And they also picked at 15 last night. So I'm in the if you're asking when NBA contests for 2025, 2026 are up on the underdog lobby, you might be a slappy. Yeah, I'm enjoying this WNBA season. I think it's Paige Beckers is so freaking good, dude. But there's not like I think rooting for the Fever is kind of lame, obviously, to just be like a total bandwagoner. And obviously Kansas City doesn't have a team. So it's hard to be like super locked into the WNBA without a team. If I had a team, I would root for the Liberty, because of Sabrina. There was a parade. It was well attended. I'll take none of this. Jonathan Taylor. Oh, he went. All right, Justin Jefferson, Marvin Harrison, and Tyreek Hill. There we go. We're so back, dude. One lesson for these drafts that I've really learned is that you definitely don't want to just be taking the same players at the same spots every time. Like you would never in Battle Royale, you would never do that. You would never just take the same guy every time. Wow, when will Greg Sussman make a guest appearance? I don't know, man. They fired me. Well, they didn't fire me. They laid me off. They laid me off, bro. Sad. Hey, I'm not being disrespectful to Indiana. I have a Caitlin Clark jersey, but I just think it would be lame to just be like, yeah, I'm a Fever fan because I like Caitlin Clark. I think it would be cooler to either rock with. I think it's cool. I think Sabrina's actually probably cooler than Caitlin Clark. The new Golden State team, their jerseys look cool. Valkyries is kind of a lame name, though. Where are the most likely? Well, Vegas and Seattle would be before Kansas City. Yeah, look at this freaking McBride fall. This is crazy. CMC, AJ Brown, McBride. Yeah, I mean, obviously 101 you should take every time. I just did this because we're doing a bit. Kelsey Plum is smashing this year. Let me pull up her B-ball ref. Kelsey Plum is like, I mean, she's having like the best season of her career right now. 20 points a game for the first time ever. I guess she finished third in MVP voting. She's killing it though. She's slowed down a little bit. She was shooting really hot from 3 to begin the season. Neither of these is possible, CBK. Neither of these is possible at all. Jefferson Marv Reek. Well, I gave Charlie Chase, and then he just boomered it up with JT and Jacobs. Oh, I mean, yeah, sure. Someone will get around for McBride, like in one lobby. Although this dude takes George. That is a crazy decision. Crazy decision from this young man here to take George Kittle with Trey McBride. My tight end strategy is generally to get like David Njoku or Tucker Kraft or Tyler Warren when I don't get one of the elite guys. All right. Okay. Mental note that I need to move Hunter down in my next rankings update. Can I just go Devonta and Hurts here? We'll see what Charlie does. Nope. All right. I'm going to take Hurts. And you know what? I actually am just going to take Hunter. Hunter is like a good fit for this style of team. So the reason why I took Hurts there is I would have liked to have taken Kittle too. But when you don't take a running back at this turn right here, at the 2-3, it doesn't make a ton of sense to pull up Chuba or Harvey or Walker or Mixon. I think you just settle for whatever running back you get here at 72, 73. My tight end exposure is 25% Bowers, 25% McBride. Oh, yeah. I mean, Kelsey is a big part of my tight end strategy, too. I see people pass up on Bowers when they get Neighbors so much. You don't have one of that combo? That's crazy, dude. The dice and darts, that's a great combo. It's a great game. All right, this is going to be a tough road to hoe. I need everyone here to get the wide receiver thirst. I need all these dudes to just be so thirsty for wide receivers, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to have to reach for like Pacheco or Pollard at this turn. Neighbors Genty. Neighbors Genty is pretty freaking spicy, dude. Yeah, Neighbors Bowers is the new CD Amon-Ra. People are saying it more and more. It looks like we've got a couple auto drafters here, which is like whatever, it happens, but important to know. I like Ingram a little less. Ingram is fine. Ingram is just like, I don't know. He's just like not that good. If that makes, like, I don't know. He just doesn't add anything. People were kind of high on the Titans because of the Callahan stuff, and then they took Ward first overall, and now no one cares. All right, well, this is not going to happen for me. Quinshon Judkins at 63. Quinshon Judkins at 63 is like, that's a terrible pick, I think. Yes, correct. I did win the coaches draft. Thank you. Thank you, Andrew. I did in fact dominate the coaches draft. All right. Burrow goes to the T drafter. All right. I get Montgomery for the correlation stuff. Do I just take Caleb Johnson? It would be Caleb Johnson or Laporta. You know what? I am just going to take Caleb Johnson. I don't want to get too far behind. If you've ever said the words flipping the board, you might be a slappy. Size King. I don't even know what this is in reference to. I think I'm going to give him credit for saying no one cares, because I think what he's probably saying is like people are just not talking about it. Basically. If you've ever said the words, don't get too far behind, bro, you might be a slappy. I just take one Packers wide receiver at this turn so freaking often. That's what I'm saying, Lucas. That's what I'm saying, brother. It's just like, we gotta. Yes, exactly. I got Dable and Andy Reid in the coaches draft. Honestly, I felt bad for Peter, bro. I did. I felt bad for Peter. Peter had no chance in that draft. I mean, I like Walker and Harvey the most in that range, like conceptually. Seems the best to me. Hand up, I had a lot of Levis, still had a great year. Really understand. Well, yeah, I mean, dude, if you were drafting Barkley, Kamara, and Henry, it literally did not matter who you got. Like, truly, truly does not matter at all. I am probably 100% picking Mason at this turn. John Harbaugh was probably a little bit undervalued. I think the most obvious ship chasing guy this year is Emeka Egbuka. I think it's one that we all agree on. That feels the most likely to me. No, I don't think Peter likes Tootin as much, and it's almost always a wide receiver. The ship chasing guy is almost always a wide receiver. True. Can it really be Egbuka when McMillan was the guy last year and their teammates? No coordinators. It was just head coaches. I think Brian Robinson is very cromulently priced. Because he just says there is absolutely there's absolutely no upside for Brian Robinson Jr. I honestly have no idea. Jack Bash, sickest name I've ever heard. Yep. All right. Whoever called Jordan Mason to this team couldn't have been more correct. About to smash the button on Jordan Mason. And I actually think Michael Pittman Jr. is a pretty good pick on this team too. Dang. Didn't get him. Did not get him. All right. Michael Pittman Jr. for 1 pick. And then let's see what the sidekick says. Sidekick says Kelsey, huh? Sidekick says Kelsey. But I disagree. I'm going to take Jaden Higgins, and then I'm going to be done at 6 wide receivers. Jack Bash more yards in his season-long prop than Luther Burden. Makes you think. Yeah, Jared, we did a 20-minute video about Deebo Samuel. I err on the side of him being a little bit more washed than not being washed. B-Rob did have a knee injury. I mean, I'm not saying like Brian Robinson's a good pick, but what are you hoping for out of Brian Robinson Jr.? Brian Robinson Jr. has been in the NFL for 3 years. He's been between 733 and 797 yards every year. He spiked the one crazy receiving run in 2023, but they have Eckler there now. If you swerve the sidekick for Jaden Higgins, you might be a slappy. Honestly, Quentin, I do not know. 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns is absolutely out of the question for Brian Robinson Jr. No shot. Literally of all the players going in his range, the player who is least likely to spike that. I just don't think Deebo can physically be that guy anymore. I'm sick in the head if I think that a guy who has 23 his season high, his career high through 3 years is 1,100 yards and 9 touchdowns. They would just have to be committed to getting him the ball 300 times. Like maybe they cut Eckler. I don't know. I just see it's what do I know, dude? I'm just a guy on the internet wearing a suit. Yeah, he can. Don't get me wrong. He can. I don't think Brian Robinson Jr. is a bad pick. What are you asking this man to do? 4.1 yards per carry for his career. Isn't going to earn targets. It's just Brian Robinson is who he is. I mean, how many guys had 1,400 yards rushing last year? 5 guys. Barkley, Henry, Bijan, Taylor, and Gibbs. 7 guys had 14 rushing touchdowns. Hold on, I'm on the clock. You know what? Tyler Warren, tight end 1. Ship it. And this is a J.K. Dobbins team. Just need some production. Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs, James Cook, Josh Jacobs, Bijan Robinson, Kyron Williams, and Jalen Hurts, the only players with 14 touchdowns last year. Could he get 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns? Sure. Yes, he could. Yes, he could. All right, the team is now Jalen Hurts, David Montgomery, Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson, J.K. Dobbins is kind of the perfect pairing, actually. Justin Jefferson, Marvin Harrison, Tyreek Hill, Travis Hunter, Michael Pittman Jr., Jaden Higgins, and Tyler Warren. Look, anytime you can double stack the Indianapolis Colts, you got to do it. Yeah, I think he had 15 if you include receiving. Barkley did. But I was just looking at rushing touchdowns. Yeah, 15 if you include receiving. I also don't think I think the Commanders are unlikely to be a top 5 offense. In terms of points or yards. I think my top 5 offenses would be the Ravens, the Lions, the Bills, the Bengals, and the 49ers in terms of yards. And so boring is not always bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. Boring is not always bad. That feels about right. 775 and 6. I don't think the offensive line is improved because their best offensive lineman, Samuel Cosmi, tore his knee in their playoff game. I mean, I guess I need to take more Lamar. I don't know. The Ravens are just first in everything. If you start to look at the nerd numbers, like if you look at like any kind of if you look at any kind of advanced, any like efficiency, EPA, whatever, the Ravens are like literally always number 1. Yeah, they got a first round guy to replace Cosmi, but isn't Tunsil kind of dust? Hasn't Tunsil mostly played poorly in the NFL? Am I making that up? PFF. Tunsil. Maybe, I mean, I could just be wrong. Laramie Tunsil, pass blocking, very good pass blocking grade. Has only ever allowed 23 sacks. So that's pretty sick. Run blocking, very, very bad run blocking grade in his career. Like actually brutal run blocking grade. I mean, I assume that Brian Robinson Jr. will get, like, I would assume he is the starting running back for the Commanders. I'm not saying this dude stinks. Oh, brutal snipe there. All right, let's just take, is Tua good bye week? Yeah, Tua is good on bye weeks. Tua Tagovailoa. Now the question is, do we take Goddard? No, I gotta take Urendo. I gotta take my boy Urendo. Running back was a bigger need than tight end there. Oh yeah, Todd Monken. Todd Monken is an absolute genius. Todd Monken is an unbelievably good play caller. Always believed in Todd Monken. Believe he led the league in false start. I can look that up. He was called for 19 penalties last year. That is a lot of penalties. So I just have his thing pulled up here. He only had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 games above a 70 run blocking grade. I mean, I don't know. You know, take that for whatever you want. Eckler led all running backs last year in yards per reception. How about that? Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. All right. Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, David Montgomery, Caleb Johnson, J.K. Dobbins, Isaac Gurendo. What would be the ideal running backs to fill this one out? Justin Jefferson, Marvin Harrison, Tyreek Hill, Travis Hunter, Michael Pittman Jr., Jaden Higgins, Tyler Warren. I think this might be, I might make this a 3 tight end team, actually. Because the reason why I'm dressed like Mike Nolan, who I actually don't know who that is because we're turning over a new leaf. No more 8% nonsense. We're all in. We're dressing for the job we want, not the job we have. It's always, I mean, kind of every team is a Shipley team, but this one's extra one. We're classing up the joint, Connor. New year, new me. How was court? Short King Flock Summer, dude. Dang, Dallas Goedert literally went the next pick. Charlie is on my ass in this draft. He is not letting me live. Commanders do have great coaches. Well, would you call Cliff Kingsbury a great coach? I frankly would not. UFL coach. Mike Nolan was the 49ers coach wearing a suit on the sideline. NFL coaches should wear suits like soccer coaches. Soccer coaches wear suits. It's a good strategy. Cliff was not in a bad situation in Arizona. No shot. That was a money situation. All right, this is a good Braylon Allen team. Definitely a good Braylon Allen team. And you know what? It's also a good Gesicki team because Gesicki is going to have some miserable floor weeks, but his spikes are going to be quite nice. Have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise, Connor? That's not true. That's not true. It's not just Ancelotti. Kyler does not suck. I need you to grow up, huge anus. I need you to grow up. There's no such thing as a Jerome Ford team. I do not think Jaden. I mean, Jaden is just way better than CJ Stroud. There were some elements of the tragedy of Chase Edmonds, the washed. I remember that season. Kyler is shiny Bryce Young with really good lateral quickness. I disagree with that too. Maybe that is just who I am, though. Maybe I'm just too much of a Kyler Murray believer. What do you think about just picking the running backs? Like, I think if you're going into the Mason, Sharbs, Tank, Eckler, Sanders, Tracy range, I think you want at least one stud. You know, you want to do that with Genty. You want to do that with Henry. You want to do that. I mean, you could even make James Cook your stud. I think is fine, but I don't think you want a true extreme outlier spot like that. True, he is short and he's from Oklahoma. How am I still a Kyler believer? Does that explain it? Is that enough? I would pull out the Oklahoma helmet, but then all the stuff behind it would fall. Although I just realized my puck lights are ran out of juice, so they're not even working. All right, Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, David Montgomery, Caleb Johnson, J.K. Dobbins, Isaac Guerrero, Braylon Allen, Justin Jefferson, Marvin Harrison, Tyreek Hill, Travis Hunter, Michael Pittman Jr., Jaden Higgins. How am I at on bye weeks here? Shared bye week between Harrison and Hunter. I think I'm good with 6. How much would we have to pay to see an Oklahoma drill, Pete versus Davis? Hey! Low man wins, brother. Low man wins. Let's do Jarquez Hunter. I feel like I can probably save it at tight end. Jarquez Hunter and Dylan. Nah, you know what? I'm just going to take Giddens, actually. I'm glad I could chaperone you to some Gen Z brain rot. No one needs that. No one needs the Gen Z brain rot, brother. All right, how am I going to finish this one? Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, David Montgomery, Caleb Johnson, J.K. Dobbins, Guerrero, Braylon, Hunter, Giddens. I'm going to take a third tight end. We're going to do the 2-7-6-3. There's not a Bills tight end to take. There's not I guess Kate Otten is gone. All right, here's the deal, though. I just had something and I totally lost it. I do need a third tight end. There's not really a stackable one. Could be a Benson. Maybe we take a Rondé Gadsden. Oh, here's the deal. So I have 37 minutes left to stream, but that's not enough time to do a draft until ship chasing. So what are we going to do? Should we look at some teams? We can do that. We can look at exposures. We can do, what do we want to do? Basically, we can I'm not going to do WNBA dailies. Superflex will not go by that fast. No chance. No chance. None of these will go by fast enough. We could do some pick'ems maybe. Can we look at is there a way to look at season-long pick'ems? Is there, because I'm in a champion state, so I can't look at them. right? I don't even have the ability to pull them up. I don't think. If there were, that would be what we could do. Let me see if I can even pull them up. That is what we'll do. NFL season. NFL 25-26 NFL season. Yeah, I can't even pull them up in a champion state. We can look at some old teams. I already did my corgi. We could look at some of the big board teams. I don't think it's a licensing issue. It could be. Could be a license. I don't. It's not a. It's. I think they like champions more. We could do that. We could go name some old teams. Corgi shouldn't be that full, I don't think. But yeah, we'll go back. That's what we'll do. We'll go back and look at some old teams. We can try and name them. Real quick explanation. One California politician has a bee in his bonnet about fantasy sports, is what it seems like. Yeah, Harvey and Travis Hunter. I bet I have some of those. We can go back and look at some big boards. Oh, I got sniped on a Rondé Gadsden. Someone play Mini Men. God, that is brutal, man. That is tough stuff. God, how do you even come back from that? All right, I'm just going to take Theo Johnson. God, that sucked. When do you think the Pitbull maxes? I don't know. We can look at some of these single entry teams. Mini men, don't look to the sky no more. All right, Golden. When was this one? This was a while ago, right? All right, yeah, let's go look at some of the early big boards. Let me make the timestamp so people can tune out if they want. 226, looking at early big board drafts. I will also answer any super chat. Why not? We have 36 minutes until... No, 30. We have 33 minutes until I have to leave. Okay. Pre-draft best ball, the big board. These are just in chronological order, right? Yeah, Liam hiring someone to do timestamps is very funny. I can pull up my Greyhound team, but if you want to go see it, I did it in a YouTube video. If you want to see, you can actually just see my pick by pick. This YouTube video right here is me drafting my Greyhound team. I prefer saving my Corgi Greyhound teams until they're 90%-ish full for the most information edge. Honestly, that's probably a great idea, particularly because the time box is not open long enough for ADP to shift too much. I would say, generally, I just do them when it is most convenient time-wise. Preston, I am wearing a suit because it is my time to win the stupid $1 million. Now, Pepper Tony does make a good point, which is that it's nice to go sooner in case some wackadoo gets the draft tossed. The power went out. Remember when my power went out? It was a Jackson Dart draft. Look at this, Pepper Tony. All right, my power went out during this draft. I got CJ Stroud, Cam Ward, and Jackson Dart. Henry. I was buying the top on Brees. No negative CLV on Brees and Warren. How about this? Buy Shell Tootin to pick 224 with the power out. All these guys are like CLV on Golden. Romeo Dubs and Dontavian. How about a rogue Kendrick Bourne appeared? Okay, we got to go back to the start. Stream number 1. So this was broadcasted. So this was the day the contest opened. I was doing this draft. Let's view the full draft. So I was doing this draft as Jaden Daniels was taking the field in the NFC Conference Championship game. So I drafted out of the 8 slot. Looks like RJ Harvey was maybe not even drafted here, and that's why he's showing up in the sidekick, which is very funny. Lamb at 8, Bowers at 17, Evans at 32. Big CLV here on Marvin Harrison Jr. How about that? Very first team, Rashee Rice at 56. Overdrafted Caleb Johnson, CLV on Judkins, CLV on Golden, a little bit of CLV on B-Rob, huge buy on Baker, ETN right where he goes, CLV on Najee, a little bit overbought on Cam Ward. Look at that. Pick 176. Pick 176 on Travis Hunter. I'm saying, bro. 176. AD Mitchell, of course, Taysom Hill. Milrow, not great. Tootin 224. And wow, where's Blake Harrison? I didn't even know what I was doing, and I took Ty Felton to pick 233. Where are you at, Blake? Where you at, brother? All right, so that was oh no, I gotta scroll the way back down. So that was the first one. I gotta rename that one. I gotta say A++. That is a really good team. All right, stream number 2. Okay. Brian Thomas at 8, so negative. Brian Thomas over CeeDee Lamb. That doesn't feel that good. Genty at 17. That does feel good. JSN, Worthy, and Waddle are all like the same. Overbought on Montgomery and Warren. Mahomes is like the same. Overbought on Mims. Huge CLV value on Ricky P. Kincaid overbought. Little bit of CLV on Lawrence. Way overbought on Neal. Way overbought on Fannin. Way overbought on Gordon. Travis Hunter, 185. Man, I must have been so excited about Taysom Hill being tight end eligible. I must have just been like, holy shit, Taysom is tight end eligible. I wasn't even thinking that he like doesn't have a knee. Dart 233. Last pick of the draft, Jackson Dart. I think we probably take that. All right, that one was okay. St. Brown at 7. So what was I doing? Did I just not like CeeDee Lamb? Again, Marvin Harrison at 42. And I love Jalen Warren. Golden. Oh my God. Okay, what do you call reverse CLV? Isaiah Bond at 127. So there you go. You win some, you lose some doing the early drafting. You win some, you lose some. Oof, Devin Neal. Ooh, Kyle Pitts. So this one not nearly as good, right? This one is pretty dusty. Ricky White. All right, so that one not nearly as good. All right, some of these are unnamed now. All right, this is a Purdy double with my boy Sam Sherman. So if this one's really bad, let's blame Sam. This is just a normal-ass team. Barkley, T, Wilson. Rashee at 46. Juwan Jennings, some CLV there. Some CLV on Ricky. A little bit of CLV on Scatterboo and Loveland. Fields at 171. Roman Wilson 238. This team was pretty good. Out ahead of the Sims with Dart. Yeah, I took a shit ton of Dart and a shit ton of Milrow. Yeah, I think if you're only regretting 1 or 2 picks, it's probably pretty good. This one seems good. Any early Rashi team obviously is going to be good. I mean, it's okay. All right. Very bad team with Sam. Very bad team. Let's see. Were we right? Is this indeed a very bad team? All right. We took Bijan and McBride, Brees ahead of ADP, Flowers ahead of ADP, big CLV on Tet. So we did Kyler and McBride. CLV, not even really CLV on Najee. Cam Ward ahead. Okay, this team's pretty bad. Kendre Miller. Derek Carr. Not great. Not great, Derek. We did Gunnar Helm. Okay, we were right. This team is really bad. So it's only got 2 quarterbacks. Oh yeah. No, this is bad. This is dark stuff. Did we? Oh, we must have thought maybe Cam Ward was going to be a Brown. The Carr exposure, it's not 0. It's definitely not 0, Peppertoni. All right, that team, I mean, whatever. I mean, Gunnar Helm, you're going to eat some zeros. So I think we were right. I don't think that team was very good. All right, this was on January 29th with Chess Liam. Bijan and T and JSN. Pretty normal team. Way overbought on Burden. Hey, a little correlation there with Burden and Jennings. Njoku overbought. Purdy with Jennings. Najee, ETN, another Devin Neal. Penix, Wicks, Ertz, Higgins, Kirk Cousins at 195. Why did we take Kirk Cousins at 195 for? Gunnar Helm, Damien Martinez. Hey, pick 238, Jalen Knoll. January 29th, Jalen Knoll. You win some, you lose some, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this team is not very good. There's a lot of zeros like Martinez, Helm, Cousins. Pick 190, Jaden Higgins. I mean, Devin Neal's an effective 0. I've seen worse. I've seen worse than that one. All right, another 129 with Liam. We were drafting at the turn. Genty Bowers, so we did the Raiders stack before we even knew it. Worthy and Evans, so this is just a team you could draft now. Godwin Montgomery, a team you could draft now. Downs Pollard, a team you could draft now. Baker Mims. God, I just loved Devin Neal. I was just loving Devin Neal. Pick 156 Fields, another Wicks, another Whittington. Well, Neal and Kendre Miller. 205 Jalen Knoll. 228 Jalen Milrow. And there you go. There, Aronde Gadsden pops up. All right, that one was okay. I said, oh, wait, hold on. I saw a team that said 1 A- Dak stack. What do we think the chances are this is actually an A-? Will this actually be an A-? CD, JT, Brees, Chase Brown. Okay. Chase Brown, I'm liking it. Overdrafted Burden. At least correlated with Pearsall. 91 Cup. So we have Nix and Sutton. Dak and CD. Christian Kirk. Jake Ferguson. Kyle Pitts. Can't be an A+. Corum. Fannin, not great. LeQuint, not great. Tolbert, not great. Slayton, whatever. Russell Wilson. Not an A team. Definitely not an A. All right, this was the last. Okay, this will be funny. This is the last big board I drafted. Very last big board sequentially. Where's my team? Okay, BTJ at 7 over CD. Hate it. McBride and Harrison. Chase Brown at 42. Travion at 55. Pearsall at 66. Igbuka, Kyler, Fields, Shaheed. Hey, Harvey at 138. Knoll. A lot of Fannin. Milrow. I must have been trying to get Milrow there at the end. Jaden Blue at 210. Rondale. Lan Larison. Lan Larison. Well, what can you do? I did that. I did that. I did that for the bit. All right, we got to go see if we can find some more CLV ones. All right, I said this one was a D minus. All right, I said this one was a D minus. I drafted Lan Larison and he wouldn't even come on my podcast. Okay. Chase, Jacobs, McBride. Well, that's all pretty normal. Tet and Addison. Igbuka, Pearsall. Andrews, ETN, don't love it. Jordan Love, Hollywood Brown, Cam Ward, Justin Fields at 145. Jerome Ford. Gurendo, cool. Javonte, 192. I mean, you take it. Knoll, 193. Tootin, 216. Yeah, this was... No, I do not think this was a D minus. Huge CLV on Fields. Huge CLV on Javonte and Tootin. No, that's better than a D minus. Yeah, that's better than a D minus. Passed on Rashi for Addison. Okay, maybe it is a D minus. Lan isn't even the undersized white undrafted free agent team getting the most steam in the Patriots camp. Sad. Very sad. Many such cases of sadness. Oh no. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. All right. Let's do another January one. Brian Thomas. At least I didn't take him over CD that time. Christian McCaffrey at 15. Worthy at 34. Devonta at 39. Kamara, Caleb Jones. Oh, wow. Rip. McMillan at 82. But Golden at 106. Lawrence with BTJ. Ingram, another frickin' Devin Neal team. Fields, Freiermuth, Ertz, Braylon, Dart, Gabe Davis. 226, Jack Besh. He might be heading back there. Yeah, the McMillan thing was tough. I had a great one on February 10th. We all thought it might get canceled. God, okay, how do you tell? There's just no way to tell what the dates are on these. How do you tell inside the screen? Is there an yeah. There's just no way to know. This is a random one. Let's see what it is. Gibbs, Ladd, Garrett Wilson, Rome. Tet, Travion, another McMillan team. Baker and McMillan. The CLV at the time on Najee. Herbert with Ladd. Tucker Kraft. More Ollie Gordon. More Zach Ertz. Jordan Whittington. Dude, what are you doing? I guess this was board. This is... Damian Martinez. Matt Stafford, 197. Rashard Smith. And Elijah Arroyo. GM. Dante Thornton asked morning tour you. I wish I could be Mason Dodd, brother. We just needed to change the vibes up around here. Really, that's all it is. We needed to look at the vibes, and we needed to change it up. What else do we got going on here? F-, running backs suck. F-, running backs suck. Okay. Gibbs, Taylor, Brees. So already don't remember what I was saying. Zay Flowers, Joe Mixon, Juwan Jennings, Josh Downs, Purdy, Mims, Trey Harris, Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram. Oh, Richardson's not great. Overdrafted Jalen Royals, another Harold Fannin team, A.D. Mitchell, Jackson Dart, Deontay Johnson, Jaden Blue, Luke Musgrave. Why I must have been tilting. I think I was saying taking early running back sucks. A 3.593. Richardson is your quarterback too is very funny. The wide receivers, I mean, just need a bink with. It's not that bad. The wildest Liam take I can recall was him saying the Bills almost won the Super Bowl. That is the funniest thing Liam has ever said. When Liam said the Bills almost won the Super Bowl, that was easily the funniest thing he'd ever said. It's like, yeah, they almost won the Super Bowl because they almost beat the Chiefs in the divisional round. Top Liam moment for me. QB slop. Puka at 8, Puka and Bowers, DJ Moore, Chase Brown, Caleb Johnson, more Burden, Golden, Downs. I loved Downs. Brian Robinson Jr., Love with Golden, Lawrence with who? Did I backstack Lawrence? Cam Ward, Cole Kmet, not great. Javonte, Giddens. Slayton, another late Tootin, and a Cavante Turpin. Beautiful. Not that bad. Not that bad. Better than a C- probably. Really, it's just about which ones. Okay, B+. Do we think the B+ team is any good? All right, the B. I said this team was a B+ Bryce Young stack. I took Bijan over Jefferson. I took Reek early. I took McLaurin early. I got Tet. I took Addison early. CLV on Jennings. A little bit of CLV on Judkins. Nix with Mims. CLV on Pacheco. Tua with Tyreek. Bryce Young. Oh, Bryce Young with Tet. Lucked into that. Javonte, Cade Otton, Jatavian Sanders, DJ Giddens, Jalen Noel, Keaton Mitchell, and Mac Hollins. That's B+-ish. It's like fine. Nothing to be super excited about, I don't think. All right. Well, okay, hold on. Let's do a pick'em because I have a profit boost here. Oh, we have a match. It goes off in 10 minutes. Okay, let me see here. Who is playing in this game? Juventus versus Manchester City. Marmouche is starting. Marmouche. Yeah, let's give Marmouche. Let's do is this game about to start? Is the the Dodgers Colorado game hasn't started yet. Let's do Shohei. No. Let's do 9.5 fantasy points for Mookie Betts. And let's do 12.5 fantasy points for Shohei. Done. Bang. There you go. Real quick one. Yeah, should have named them all. But I didn't. All right, guys, remember, members of the channel, tomorrow morning, let's call it 10 a.m. Central tomorrow. That'll be the new time. And for that video, become a member to the channel, submit your teams in the Discord channel. It is team review submissions. Submit your team. It'd be helpful if you'd submit the draft board as well. But if you do that, I'm going to be going through a bunch of teams tomorrow on stream. So come and hang out. Make sure that you like the video. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel for daily fantasy football videos, and I'll be back with